everybody. This is Charles from PremierGuitar.com, and I'm with Robbie from the Juliet Collective. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
Happy Saturday to you.
Oh, thank you.
And Robbie and the Juliet Collective have 4 pedals here, one of which is particularly new, and a few ones that have been around for a little while. You want to tell us about these here?
Sure. Right now I'm showing the Set a Drift on Memory Bliss. It's a delay, and then like you can actually modulate the sound, be it through the pedal or through the wand, which is our new little device here that can either influence the pitch of what you're playing or.
This is the wand here.
Yes, sir. And it controls the pitch, or it controls actually the rate of the modulation, so you can like start.
Show us how some of the controls here affect those parameters. Sure. How they work.
Like back here, you actually have the pedal itself controlling the modulation, so you can turn it down. You just get your regular clean delay. You can turn it up to get near about anything you want as far as just wild out there. And then if you turn the function knob over, you get what I was playing before, which we're getting some of that low clock speed if you're like completely dark on it. But like on this setting, you're actually controlling the pitch with that because it's playing around with that clock. And then on this setting, you're actually controlling the rate of the modulation. So you.
You can set this up for a really conventional delay sound too if you wanted to, right?
Sure. Like you just turn the mod all the way down and then just use the speed like you would a normal delay, speed and feedback. And so you... And you can get pretty nasty down in some of the longer delays, but it's still fun.
Sounds great, man. Thank you. That's the Bliss, right?
That's the Set a Drift on Memory Bliss. That's our
Set a Drift on Memory. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, what's this one over here?
This right here is our Circadia. It's a polyrhythmic Auto-Wah. Like basically, it's like every other Auto-Wah, but it's jumping around and playing your frequency spectrum like a drum machine would. So you can actually program your own beats in there. You want 10 beats in your little program. You put 10, you get 10 sliders. You can set the filter wherever you want, and then it's real versatile. Right now, like we got some of the hard-coded rhythms going in, but
what's the range of tempo on this then?
Well, like you can go from like near about non-existent movement to just rapid, crazy stuff. So you're up here. You can get some of the speeds that you really can't get tapping it because you know, the number of beats that's actually in it is arbitrary. So if there's 100 in there, you're not going to be able to tap fast enough to get that. So we left the speed knob on there. But if you turn the speed knob down, turn it off and then back on, it'll actually set the tempo, you know, tap for you. If you want it, you know, in that range that you can actually tap your foot.
It's almost like the percussion settings on an old Hammond organ or something, right?
Yeah, I like that a lot, and I like that kind of relation. It's definitely kind of using your guitar like a drum machine would, I think. You know, it's real.
Cool. Now you have a couple of really sweet fuzzes over here. One is one you can set for pretty conventional fuzz, and it sounded great. And then one over here is pretty chaotic as well. Tell us a little bit about these two.
Okay. This Kingdom by the Sea is fuzz distortion kind of hybrid thing, and you know, it's got a clipping circuit of its own, and it's pushed through a Batson doll, and so it's not really like taking into account what you have behind it. So it's going to be pretty much the same across the amps. Its sister over here is basically the same circuit through the gain structure and the tone stack, but without the clipping circuit, it's just pegging it as hard as it can. So depending on what you put in front of, it's going to piss it off differently. Well, if I turn it up.
So that's as sane as these pedals are. That isn't the only thing you've been up to. You're also demonstrating this through your own amp you built here, correct?
Yes, sir. This is my 50-watt Phoenix, like, for lack of a better name. I was going to name her. It's hard oak, it's oak and cherry, and hand carved. I pretty much did everything but bend the chassis. My brother-in-law did that for me, but it's fun. It's sort of Plexi based through like some of the preamp situations, but I pretty much went for ultimate mojo for it, if I, really believe in it or not.
What kind of tubes are in there?
It's the EL34s right now.
All right. Cool, man. You got a website or something where people can go find out more about what you're up to?
Yeah, actually, it's thejulietcollective.com.
Yeah. Very cool. And you're out of Mississippi, correct?
Out of Mississippi.
Well, it's been a pleasure hanging out with you, man. These are beautiful.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it. All right, thanks everybody for joining us from the Juliet Collective booth here in Nashville, Tennessee, Summer NAMM 2011. This is Charles for PremierGuitar.com.